fixed my CDI. And that feels real good. It feels real good to have fixed it. It's back in action, but I have not burned a lot of discs for it yet. And so I have a small handful here. Maybe we'll just maybe, you know what? I'm gonna pop open. Did you know that Nero Burning ROM is on Steam now? It is. Steam has software. Everyone forgets. I got this little external Blu-ray burner. And because when I bought a new computer, it didn't have room in it for an actual internal drive. So I'm going to plug this in real quick. Okay. I'm going to grab this spindle of blank discs. They're not going to make the discs for much longer. So that's not necessarily true. Sony has said that they're going to stop manufacturing discs. But a lot of other companies, and this was specifically in the context of making blanks, a lot of other companies make them. Verbatim has been making them for a very long time. Yeah, there are, a lot of different companies selling blanks. So it's not something we need to be immediately worried about. But yes, eventually there will come a day when they stop selling blank discs for things. But at the same time, you can still find blank VHS tapes. All right. The number one game that has come up is a game called Laser Lords. And so I'm going to burn a copy of Laser Lords right here, right now. We want write speed as slow as it'll go. I'm going to set it to 4x, but then in reality, it's probably going to burn at about 10x. Let's click the burn button here. And it's going to say insert a disk. I'm going to insert a disk. In the meanwhile, it always pops the disk out once, then I have to push it in again. Don't know why. Burning CDI disks has been a little bit iffy. I've had a lot of bad burns, but I found a different spindle of discs, and it seems to be working with these discs, and it wasn't working with the others, so I don't know, man. There it is, baby. CD fucking I. I need to replace the battery on it, and that's a major pain in the ass. I don't think I'd be able to do that myself, because that is a soldering job. Let's throw a disc in. Okay. I think I have the audio routed through my headphones here. We'll play this while Laser Lords is burning. It's 24% complete. I know I've played this before. I'm pretty sure that there's like video proof of it, but I don't remember this at all. Looks like a questionable Amiga game. I like that it has greets. Our next title is going to be another action game. Watch out for Steel Machine. Well, it's good that this is a legitimate disc, and I did not duplicate it, so this is one of the small handful of original games that I have here. This is way too loud in my headphones. This is going to kill me. Let me turn this down in my headphones ever so slightly. It's a really, yeah, I mean, it's a very Amiga-like font. Oh, Jesus. Imagine spending the whatever insane amount of money it costs to buy a CDI. And this. And this. This like shareware Amiga looking game. Yeah, it's a good question. Is there supposed to be music playing? You would think so. You would think there would be. Again, this is a real disc, so this is not like, oh, a bad burn is making it so the music doesn't play. Like this is a legitimate commercial copy of this game. Okay, level 3. Oh, look at this. This weird head is moving different now. Good shooting. Okay, a few simple bombs, but don't miss the shield. Turn the TV down a little bit because the speaker on the TV is... Got you. Oh, I lost rapid fire, and now I gotta mash the button. This is, you know, it's a very funny game to have on a compact disc. Now we got triple shot. We're set. We're set. Password. Fwah. Apparently that was not good shooting. It was just shooting. How big is this disc? That's a good question. I can tell you in a sec. Yeah, you know, I can't get over the very idea of just like, again, imagine a world where you went and spent, you know, $700 of 1992 money, 1994 money on a CDI, and you're like, all right, time to get some video games. Hell yeah, let's get into the. I love Aliens. I love Gates. And then you get this fucking thing. It was like, and that was, you know, a big part of my problem with the whole platform is when they would show the games, you're like, these are not better than Super Nintendo games. These are significantly worse in almost every imaginable way. All of the games they were showing, which wasn't necessarily this one per se. Maybe they did, and I don't remember. But like the stuff that they build is like, here's the marquee games for this platform. You know, no, dude, no, these are not great. These are not good video games. I don't want to play any more of this. Let's see what happens when you die, I guess. I don't know. Yes, got me indeed. It's a 2-button controller. In this game, button 2 just pauses. So it's really just a 1-button game. You know, where they like, oh, most players aren't even going to have a proper gamepad for this thing anyway. So make a game you could play on a remote control. Make a game that you could use a DVD player remote. Oh, this was not even DVD at this point. But, you know, make one that you could use like a VCR remote to play. What the fuck? What the fuck? How dare you? The CD is just 500 megabytes of this. This game is 2 tracks on the disc, and it's about 80 megabytes. This game, about 80 megs. So presumably not a lot of audio. Yeah, track 1 is 52 megs, track 2 is 28 megs. About 30, yeah, about somewhere in the neighborhood of 80. How much of that is just the laughing track? Well, let's find out. Well, I wonder if this will work this way, because I know CDI stuff doesn't always have, like, this is Green Book audio, so it's not. But I think if I just drop bin files into foobar, it will at least attempt to open them. Unsupported file format. What if I drop the Q file in here? There we go. So it looks like track 2 on the disc is just this little ditty, this little space ditty. Is track 1? Oh, track 1 is also digital audio. Somehow. I'm skipping through it. The European versions have 3 tracks. Oh, you know what? It's not loading in track 1 because it knows that track 1 is like not the track 1 is the video game. Okay. European version also has 2 audio tracks. All right. That copy of Laser Lord's finished. Let's see if it burned correctly. Again, like this has been an imperfect science for me burning these discs. That's a weird. I'm not actually. I don't know that I've ever played Laser Lords. I can't remember what Laser Lords is. Okay. I've had a lot of discs burned that launch and then they're corrupted, or they launch and then give a dirty disk error and all this sort of stuff. So let's see. So far, so good. Oh, to be a Laser Lord. If you can't be a level lord, be a Laser Lord. This is a great screen. Yeah, 92. I don't know why I said 94. Yeah, that's, yeah.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Well, this is not what I was expecting Laser Lords to be. Oh, shit.
The void is in great danger, warrior. The Star Lord Sabaddon has violated cosmic law by manifesting himself in the material plane.
Oh, no.
He is a being of great greed. He wants to hold the void in the palm of his hand, to carry it like a jewel. To achieve this, he has created a diabolic machine, On Ravana, he has built a voidal implosion condensation engine.
What?
When activated, it will condense the void into the condensation crystal. I am the Star-Lord Zendo.
Okay.
I have been sent from the Interzone to enlist a mortal to confront Sarpedon.
The Interzone,
My
Sarpedon,
powers
got
in
it.
the material plane are limited. I will guide your ship and give you instruction. I offer a few Taras to help you begin. I also grant the gift of the cat. 8 times I will intervene to save you from death. On the 9th death, I must return you to your world. This quest is dangerous. Many have
It's
failed
dangerous, but it
before
sounds like that if I lose, you're just going to
However,
send me home.
one
So I don't,
warrior
like that doesn't
wrested
sound
the
so bad.
condensation crystal from Sarpedon. Now it has been lost. Find the condensation crystal, warrior. If Sarpedon gets it first, he will activate the vice, and the void will be destroyed.
Oh, fuck. So, the later era of CDI titles, not necessarily games, but, they would take advantage of an optional add-on cartridge, a digital video cartridge that added MPEG video playback. And so that's why even on these CD games, you're not seeing a lot of actual
I
FMV.
suggest that you begin your quest on Luxor. Find Petra. Learn the sooth song.
Go to Luxor, find
Awaken
Petra.
Zeb.
Hey, computer. Oh, I see. So I can't save games because the battery in this thing is dead, and replacing it requires you to bust it open and replace a chip and solder something in, or apparently when that chip fails, when that battery fails, it can cause incompatibilities, like certain games won't load right, and it can cause like the CDI to stop working. But mine feeds. Oh, this is a. Oh man, this is beautiful. This is just visually.
Who are you talking to, warrior? Who are you talking to, warrior?
Word.
You have no words, warrior.
So true. I have no fucking words.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
Who are you talking to, warrior? How am I capturing the CDI? So this is a CDI 220, which is kind of the standard. There are a bunch of different models, but it has S-Video coming out of it. So I have S-Video and stereo audio coming out, going into a RetroTink 4K. And then the RetroTink 4K is hooked up to my capture card. Is how I'm capturing a CDI while also scaling it up to 4K the way that CDI games were meant to be seen. Okay, so it's up the jump. The 2 button seems to do... Oh, okay. If I hold down the 2 button, we can do violence. Or whatever that is. That seems like it might be a punch. And then the 1 button brings up our little menu.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
Who are you talking to, warrior? So that's not a door. I thought for sure that I was going to be able to walk into that and it was going to do a screen transition of some kind, but okay, there we go. This is...
What's this? Another starman! By Sisis, where is the hero promised by prophecy?
No kidding.
Hundreds have come in quest of the seal, bumblers and fools every one, and all wearing the same stupid costume.
So it looks like, like they highlight you. I can move around and highlight different words. In this phrase, it's only just the one, but in that previous one, there were like 3 or 4 different things I could choose.
Only the seal will open Seb's crypt. You must kill Haker and take it to the temple. I beg you.
I say we leave
Do
Seb
not
in his
give it
crypt,
to
if you
the
ask me.
priest. He who built the temple and the shrine of life, son of Sisis and Coptos, shall free Luxor from strife. Seb built the temple in Amentet for the father Coptos. It was a holy place. Now it's nothing but a warehouse for gold. Gold? What good is it? You can't eat it. It won't make a shovel or pan.
When one who flies among stars kills a car with a golden sword, Seb arrives from his crypt. Luxor's glory shall be restored. Oh, I was hoping I could beam her up, but this is really something else, man. Uh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's entirely possible that these burned discs are not going to be super stable. Like I said, in some of also the age of the laser itself. Like there's a number of things that could be at play here. My hope is that at the end of the week, a good CDI ODE is announced, and we can get past this problem once and for all. Spinnaker Software, I feel like, made a lot of educational stuff, which I wouldn't call this game educational per se, but it does have the vibe of an educational game.
talk to strangers because there could be dangers. But if they are nice strangers, they'll get down on one knee. I'm Nebka. I know lots of rhymes.
Got a
My
duck
mom's
to talk to her.
me. Mommy's very sick. I sent for Sadie, but she never came. If Mommy dies, I'll be all alone. Oh, if only I had some elixir. Elixir can make anyone well, but it costs a lot. You have to bring it from another planet. Monsters in the sewers, monsters in the streets. Hagar and Remren are monsters, and so are all the priests. The Remren in the sewer have teeth and bright red eyes. Take a sword to skewer, or they'll bite you till you die.
Good to know.
She can make people well just by saying some words.
Mm-hmm.
I sent for her weeks ago, but she never came.
Halt, alien! Speak the password or be gone!
You have no words, warrior.
I, Merkent, a priest of Koptos, keep the gate of Amentet. No one enters except through me. Not even the Argosians can breach these walls. The wealth of Luxor is stored inside. You think we're primitive? Already, the Empire depends on our grain. One day the great god Koptos
Really solid
will
voice
be
acting.
feared in the void. The Empire would starve without our grain. That gives us power. One day we will use that power. We will burn the fields and arm the people.
Okay.
While the void quakes with hunger, we will slaughter the Argosian dogs.
This is quite a plan you've got.
Beneath their rich robes, they're immoral and empty. We'll strike their soft bellies and leave them bleeding like pigs.
Okay, good. All right, well, okay, man. Good. Good talking to you. Okay, this thing does not hurt me.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
She's just gone, huh? Well, I don't know how to get the password, so... Okay. Will it successfully let us go back to our ship? Or is it going to just lock up again? There we go. Let's go here. I don't know. Fuck do I know?
Greetings to you, Space Cadet.
Oh, wow.
I've been lost in the void for 100 years because a magnetic field has scrambled my homing device.
Okay, yeah, good talking to you. That's literally it. It's just like, all right, yeah.
Be wary when you walk the halls of Fornax, warrior. It is a hedonistic spaceship. Its book, the Omegan Ode.
Let's go here. This is, yeah, you know.
All right, Space Face. Say the Fornax code or beam off. You're stinking up the joint. You're blowing it, drool lip. Better beam off before you get Fornaxed. Don't blow your wad, Buster. There's a bounty on paupers. And
Don't blow your
wander
wad,
around.
Buster.
Plenty of folks will cut your throat for a Tara.
So to learn words, I have to, okay. Oh, no, okay. Wait. Hail. We want to remember the word code. What am I looking at? Okay, that's a ladder. I was like, this is all so weirdly laid out. Heh, 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 heh. Gerp 1. Shout out to Gerp 1. So thanks for the gift subs to Gerp 1 and to Low End 22. Thanks for the resub.
What it is, alien? Say, that's some bad suit you got on. Where you from? This your first time on Fornax? Big Bang is the place, man. All kinds of fornaxicating going down. Can make all kind of money if you're lucky.
I'm all about my fornaxicating. Can I remember the word fornaxicating? Yeah, good.
That don't mean nothing to me. Got games and drinking and dances, all kinds of ways to blow your wad. You come up short, then head on out to the Bazaar. If he down to nothing, a man can always sell something at the Bazaar so he don't get fornaxed. Happen all the time. Folks lose they ships and got nothing left. All kinds wandering the halls. Got bounty hunters and FPs after them.
I don't get to know what FP means. That's not a word I can highlight.
Some serious sick cats, brother. They catch folks and burn them off. Get 300 T's for a set of alien ears.
All right, good talk, my friend. Stay fornaxed. Or don't get fornaxed. I don't. Oh, this. I don't think I had truly appreciated the quality of this ladder climbing animation before. Damn, GURP 1. Excuse me, do you know where I could go to get Fornaxed? Oh, look at this.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
I mean, isn't there a guy there? No.
So what?
Yeah, I feel the same way, man.
Big deal.
Wow. Oh. Oh. Crib 7. This game's not great. It's I mean, but also it's kind of incredible. I don't know. Is that a door? No. It'd be way too easy. Like the layout of this area just feels so fucking random. It's like, I don't know, there's some stairs and there's a ladder and
Hey, mate, can you help me out here? Got me foot stuck in the floor here. Lend me your laser pistol so I can blast it free, would you? Aye, mate. Hand it here so I can blast free. Come on, be a pal. Help me out. Had to think of that while me foot's stuck. Help me out, mate.
I don't have a laser pistol.
Aye, stuck's what it is. Caught between two floorboards. The more I pull, the tighter it gets. That's why I need a laser to blast it free.
To engage in hand-to-hand combat, hold down button 2 and move the director to punch or kick.
Move
While
the
pressing
director.
button 2, move the director forward to punch and backward to kick. As you gain combat skills, press button 2 and move the director up for a flying kick, down for a sweep kick, and diagonally up to flip. You can arm yourself with a weapon by going to your tool chest, selecting Use, then selecting the weapon. To fight with the weapon, hold down button 2 and move the director to guide the strike or shot. When you are fighting, pay attention to your life force, warrior. It is better to be a live coward than a hero who dies in futile battle.
It's fucking heavy. Well, I don't think I should necessarily even be here on Fornax yet. I mean, I didn't even do anything on Luxor. This environment is larger than I thought it would be in a way that I am finding.
All alien restricted area. Do not approach. Lethal force in use.
Great robot voices of the 50s, but now in the 90s.
All attempts at illegal entry repelled with lethal force.
Great.
Response to query not included in program.
This is... I'm glad I'm playing this. But also, oh my god. But you see, but do you know what I mean? Like this idea of like it kind of has the feel of an educational game.
Until you can prove your virtue, don't bother. Sarpedon is far too dangerous for you.
Okay. Good talk. Oh. Didn't think there'd be pretty ladies in this game.
I suggest that you begin your quest on Luxor. Find Petra, learn the sooth song, awaken Seb.
Awakens? Okay, yeah, naturally. Find Petra, learn the song, awaken Seb. Here we go. I wonder if that lady respawned that we punched. Also, I didn't think I had a kick. I thought it was just punch. Like every direction. Yeah, he said push back to kick, but it's... Every direction I push is just this punch right now. Maybe I gotta level up before I even get the kick. Ah.
What's this? Another starman! By Sisis, where is the hero promised by prophecy? The Coptoans burned our sacred books when Argos put them in power. Nothing is left but the verses we Gameans keep in memory. We keep the seeds of Sisis alive and sing the sacred songs.
Okay, the sacred songs.
Sati is the greatest Gamean.
I needed to learn a song, didn't I?
I am sworn to sing only the first verse of the sooth song. Our mother Sisis is our source. She blesses, heals, and feeds. When prophecy fulfills its course, we'll plant once more her seeds. What's that, Starman?
Okay, we learned verse 1 of that song. Maybe if I go learn the word password from this guy and then take it back to the other two people here, that's how I can get through.
Halt, alien. Speak the password or be gone.
Nope, password is not a word I can learn, apparently.
I will not respond to that.
Your knowledge is incomplete.
We only know the first verse of the Sooth song.
I'm Makent, a priest of Coptos. We teach fear of Coptos to the people of Luxor. With our whips, we guide them in the true path.
Tell me more about these whips.
Coptos whips Luxor into order. Honor him, or you shall taste his power. You think we're primitive?
Yeah, I remember you.
Depends on our grain. One day, how dare you speak
the
great one's name with your vile tongue?
Apparently we're beefing. All right, we're cool now. We're cool. What would I even say to this other person? Maybe do I need to learn more of the Sooth song? Like, there are no more screens I can visit on this planet, as far as I know.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
Oh, fuck you.
Never talk to strangers because they're good. I am Nebka. I know lots of rhymes. My mother taught them to me.
You know some rhymes about this?
I'm just a little girl. I don't know everything.
Got it.
Monsters in the sewers. The Hakar hides inside her hole, down in the sewer deep. The hero who crawls like a mole kills her to end Seb's sleep.
Okay.
The starman from a distant
The
star
gold
will
sword.
come to
Well, I don't have a
Luxor on
gold
his quest.
frickin'
With
sword.
a gold sword he'll kill Hakar and raise Seb from his rest.
A hole I could crawl into. I wonder if I was crawling, could I go up to the Sphinx or whatever thing was up that ladder again. Yeah, there's no ladder here that I missed. Okay, so I don't know. It's the only thing. Oh, can I? No, because it just automatically walks me up here, so that's not like a hole I can jump to. Like, yeah, there isn't some weird... Nope. I'm at a loss for what to do here. But it's probably just as well. Maybe we should do something other than play Laser Lords. Let's go fight this dude. The Laser Lord's Player's Guide. Well, this changes everything. None of this makes any sense. Remember Rahman from Rahman, but is that the guy? Is he Rahman? Ask for Jiva, but I don't know the word Jiva. Where would I learn the word? Like, this guide doesn't even...
Halt, alien. Speak the password or be gone.
No, his name's not Ramen.
The priest of Koptos keep the gate of Amentet. No.
The little girl's name isn't Ramen either. Is the old lady, is that her name? Let's go find out. Remember, Baka sent me from Baka. We don't. There's no Baka. Rahman is what we're looking for.
I'm Baka.
Oh,
I was a young woman when Argos
that's Baka.
attacked. 80 years I've watched them steal our grain. Our fields... I'll never forget how they set our villages on fire and slaughtered us like ants. I curse them and the Coptoans who give them our grain. Gold. Gold, what good is it? You can't eat it. It won't make a shovel or pan. All the gifts of Luxor have come from Sisis. Although the people have forgotten her, she sustains us in our hour of need.
Note, visits to Sati can be made at any time if your hit points are getting low, but I haven't found Sati yet. Remember ramen from ramen. Rahman. Gotta be something. Yeah, I've got to be something missing here that I'm. Can I go in? Is there a way to? Okay, there we go. If I'm just standing lined up, and then button 1 will walk in.
Come in. Have some jiva. Do you have any news from the void?
You have received the thing you seek.
My friend, you are in for a treat. Jiva wakes me in the morning and cools me at night.
I'm sorry, did you say Chiba?
Man returns to taste my brew. I can tell you're not from Luxor. What are you after? Gold? Glory? What's here but some lizards, some crumbling buildings, and I could grow 10 times the grain I do now. But for what? To feed the fat belly of Argos?
A lot of great voices in this game. Gotta tell you.
Call me Raman. I grow the finest grain on Luxor. I would be rich, except for Argos.
It will not let me select the word Raman, so I can't remember Raman.
What good is gold to a man who's lost his son? All the rich... Come now, you're the traveler. Surely you know more about the void than I. We don't hear much out here, my friend. Barbarians enslaved the planet.
I've hit my limit. Ah! Ah! Well, that's Laser Lords. I'm glad I fixed my CDI. Now I can truly experience. Now, so let's find out the other thing. The other thing I want to be able to do now is kind of compare a real CDI to the Mister's CDI core. And now it's much easier to do that. So far, so good. So we can skip the car part. Oh man. This is moving. I wonder if it's because I set it to NTSC. And it's expecting like PAL speeds. But yeah, this CDI core is coming along, man. It's getting better all all the time. Sometimes in some relatively slight ways. Well, we're getting, like a different screen size or whatever, but yeah, I mean the USA version would not be expecting PAL, but I'm curious to see if this gets it running. Nope. Still getting the same. I thought maybe that would chop it down to 50 instead of 60 and that might do something, but hey, I'm not gonna a faster moving laser lords is not necessarily a bad thing.
Come in. Have some jiva. Do you have any news from the void?
Oh, he didn't come on and say, "You have received the thing that you seek."
You are in for a treat. Jiva wakes me and I can tell you're not from Lux. Ha! Death by a scorpion sting. That's the closest thing to glory here.
Hmm.
What are you doing in my workshop? Stay away from my money. Are you one of Usurt's thieves? Took me 3 months to make it. The day I finished, someone stole it. Usurt, do I look like the kind of guy who cheats you? Listen, all you got to do is go to Usurt's shop and grab the necklace out of his vault. I don't care about that.
I don't care about that. Okay. I am once again satisfied with Laser Lords and do not need to play any more of it right now. I had seen like the pictures, the stuff, the whatever fucking puppety oddballs they created in the
Halt, alien. Speak the password or be gone.
in the creation of Laser Lords, but I don't know that I had ever seen what this game actually was. I know the password.
Warrior, a life has been lost. You must pay more attention to your life force. I cannot continually intervene.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we might as well compare all of the available versions of laser lords we have at our disposal here. How does this work on an emulator emulator? Can you experience laser lords in the magic of your own home without having to go and purchase any devices? That's the question. Oh, here's the shitty speed that you want. Finally, accuracy. That's what we strive for. Ugh. Oh, that just lock up? It sure did. Okay, well, there you go. There's a CDI emulator, a specific CDI emulator made by someone who seems to be the expert in the field. The emulator itself is not perfect, and he is still working on it. I haven't checked to see if there's been a newer version of that lately. But it sounds like over the course of this year that, software emulation of the CDI will continue to improve. This most recent version of MAME actually has a few improvements to its CDI emulation. But yeah, there's a guy who seems to be like widely accepted as like the guy who he apparently worked on some CDI stuff back in the day and is cdimu.org. Let's see if there's been any news there. .053 beta 8. A small bug fix release. Let's see. Yeah, so there's supposed to be a larger rewrite of this emulator in the works. And he says he's going to open source it at some point as well. Once it's, it sounds like as he's rewriting it, it's just a messy thing. So, opening it up right now might not be of value, but it does sound like the plan is to eventually open source this emulator. Which would be cool. But yeah, I have not messed with this emulator in a little while, and I'm not going to do it right this second either. But yeah. The CDI. It's a curious device. It's a, I think as we always kind of say, it's there's some magical things on it, but like not good magic. There's very little on the CDI that I'm like, oh, I want to go back to that because that's actually a good game. It's more like I want to go back to that and see what the fuck this is. What the hell am I looking at? You know, like it's way more like that. Have people gotten their RZ controller yet? I don't know. I have one of the actual original CDI controllers that is like that. I'm not using it. I'm not using it here currently, but I do have one in the garage. I'm going to look at the list of CDI stuff and see if there's anything else that might be worth just burning real quick and taking a very brief look at here before, you know what, that's probably going to take up so much time that it might not be worth doing right now. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and, well, I'm going to wait until Friday and see if the person who made the 3DO add-on, the 3DO ODE, see if there's a solution for the CDI coming soonish. I think that store is supposed to go up. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Friday. Let's look. As of this current moment, live here on the internet, it is 1 hour and 1 day and 23 hours away. So that's, what is that? That's like Friday at noon that this store will go back up. So if you want an ODE for your 3DO, then that will probably be there, but it says for other retro consoles, and if the CDI is on that list and it's a very easy install that an idiot like me could do, then I'm going to do that. And then you'll see some shit. No, I don't know. You know, because we could be playing awesome stuff like How the Camel Got His Hump. We could be watching the movie Hunt for Red October. Banned from Twitch for streaming Hunt for Red October on a CDI. Interactive video charts, like German discs for interactive video chart November 1997, Germany. Is that going to be like German music charts? Of course, The Joy of Sex, all the other stuff. All of the other magic that exists on the CDI. There's no, as far as I can tell, there is no hardcore pornography. Yeah, we could be playing Girls Club. I think Girls Club actually emulates really well. So, I think we've played. I've streamed some Girls Club. It's a quality experience. Yeah, but if there is an ODE coming to the CDI, that's very, that'd be very exciting because I've got 2,300 discs here, and I'm not going to burn them all to actual discs. Not that I would need to, because a lot of it's like the European version of Seventh Guest, which you wouldn't burn that. You'd only burn the US version. So obviously you would pare that number down quite a bit pretty quickly. Probably don't need to burn all 100 plus of these Japanese karaoke CDs, but also, what if I did? You know? So, I don't know. There's a lot of... The thing is, there's a lot of stuff on the CDI that I want to be able to boot up and look at, but I don't necessarily want to jump through all the hoops. Like all these Volvo V70 discs from the Netherlands that are just like Volvo service manuals and like, Volvo V70 color upholstery option and accessory 2002 in the Netherlands. Like I want to look at that. I want to look at this Volvo manual, this Volvo catalog on CDI. And, but I don't necessarily want to go burn hundreds of discs and wait for all of that sort of stuff. Like so like an ODE that would just let me copy all that stuff over so that I could load it up for 45 seconds and go like, oh, look at this fucking thing. That would be awesome. That would be fantastic. But yeah, that's a bit of a slog otherwise. Though it's nice to know. I mean, it seemed like that Laser Lords disc burned well. I have a few different. Well, they're actually all verbatims, but these verbatim discs seem to work just fine for CDI games. The other stack of verbatim discs that spec-wise should be identical, but they look a little different. They don't have the same printing on the top. Those discs, for whatever reason, were not producing functional burns of CDI games. Which is such a weird, like, it's a problem that like no one remembers that we used to have all the time burning games. There was this problem of, oh, you have to burn it in disc juggler, you have to burn it at single speed, and it needs to be this media works, these blanks work, these blanks don't. Like, it was just such a weird, like, navigating all of that stuff to figure out how to burn the discs and producing bad burns, and just like all of that was always such an insane time. And it's funny now, like all these years later, like it's harder now because, you know, like no one talks about this shit anymore, because why fucking would they? And all of the software that people use, like you can't find disc juggler, and no one produces rips of CDI games in disc juggler format anymore anyway. Or so, you know, like everyone is using bins and queues now, and so, but these bins and queues, you know, they don't always burn cleanly back to a disc under, you know, certain circumstances. So it was a matter of like, you know, if Nero Burning ROM, a classic piece of software if you ask me, if Nero Burning ROM had not been available on Steam, I don't know what I would have done, because I was downloading like image burn and weird versions of clone CD, you know, like all these discontinued packages that were like 20 years old. And none of them were working. And then turns out Nero is on Steam. Yeah, Daemon Tools. I actually bought a license for Daemon Tools not that long ago, like over the last decade or so. I think I needed it for Thug Pro. I think I was using it for alcohol 120%. All of these classes. Should you get DVD fab? I don't know. Make MKV is really good for doing discs, and Handbrake is really good for compressing stuff. I don't know, like some people use Stax Rip and all this other crazy shit now. But I installed Stax Rip and was just like, what the fuck am I even looking at? I got a MacBook Pro and was doing some video compression on that thing with Handbrake, and was like pretty fucking blown away by the CPU on that thing, like how fast it chews through some of these compression loads. It's really fucking impressive. Alcohol. There was alcohol 52%, which was the free version, but that couldn't actually burn discs. You had to get alcohol 120% for the full, whatever it was. Yeah, I don't. What a fucking insane. And discs, blank discs used to cost so much. So like back in like, you know, the mid 90s, you know, you're buying blanks for multiple dollars a disc and then producing these bad burns. You're just fucking burning coasters. And wasting money. You know, nowadays, like even now, like in all these years past the prime of burning discs in any way, you can still get a spindle of like 100 discs for like $18. And this drive I bought was like I don't know how, it was not a lot of money. Like if you want to become a fucking insane person who is burning CDs and DVDs and I guess Blu-rays in this day and age, it is not hard to to get into that. I needed something to rip CDs. I had a bunch of CDs that were not readily available in any other format that I wanted to rip to FLAC. And I had an internal drive in my old PC that would not fit in the new one. And then when I fired up the old PC to rip those disks there, I realized that at some point when trying to cross-flash firmware to that drive, to open up Libra Drive and all of the, I at some point fucked it up and bricked it. So I have a bricked Blu-ray burner sitting in my old PC over here. That I have no idea. I imagine if I really, 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 really dug in there, there's probably a way to unbrick it, but getting this external drive has actually been awesome, and I could probably use that on that Mac too. Now that I think about it, not that I would need to. I don't know. I'm not ripping discs all that often. It's just one of those things when you need to do it, you need to do it. And so it's nice to have a thing that you can just use to do it, because I still have all these CDs and all these DVDs laying around that I'm just like, oh, well, it'd be nice to do a new compression of this, because, all I have are these X264 DVD rips of all these shows that I ripped years ago. And same deal with all the music. Like I ripped everything into, in like the early 2000s, I ripped all my CDs into 128K or even 112 in some cases, like these, shitty quality MP3s. And nowadays hard drive space is significantly less of a concern. And so you might as well just fucking make flax and go that way with it. You might as well just rip Blu-rays and put them on a computer in your garage instead of like figuring out where'd that disc go? I got to put it in to do this. It's like, you might as well just rip all your stuff and just throw it on a machine. And so having a drive that I can use to do that, handy. Like I said, not a everyday handy, but handy when it's handy. And then if that video is still in that weird middle ground where, like, yeah, you could just rip it off the disc and then you're just like, here's 80 gigs sitting here of like one movie. And you're like, that's a terrible, you're like, that seems like a bit much. And so AV1, modern compression techniques are so good. You can get that down to like 10. I mean, you can get that down to like 2 if you really want to, but you'll probably notice some quality degradation. And you'd probably have to go to 1080 at that point. But, if we're talking 4K, all this other, I don't know, man. It's something I've been spending a lot of time lately thinking about. Almost like I needed a new project to take my mind off of some stuff. I was like, everything is fucked. I need to spend some time focusing on some fucking nonsense. Is AV1 an option on Twitch? Not currently. They say that it's something that they will potentially get to someday. You can stream and upload AV1 videos to YouTube. And so that is an option there. If tomorrow holds up and the fiber gets installed and everything, and I am sitting on suddenly significantly faster internet, then I might try just throwing a super high bitrate AV1 stream at YouTube just to see what fucking happens. Because I already, so I don't currently, because it was, YouTube was weird. So I was doing AV1, I've talked about it before, but I was doing AV1 local recordings here of all my streams and then uploading those to YouTube, and it was a really efficient way to do it. And then at some point, YouTube started taking 9 to 12 hours to process those AV1 videos. And so I switched to X265, which is less efficient, but still more efficient than X264. But now, like this video we're recording right here, right now, will probably end up being like 20 gigs. And I had one podcast when I was still tweaking the settings and trying to figure out what I was going to go with. I had one podcast that when I was done recording it, it was 120 gigs. And I was like, it's fucked. This is fucked. Less fucked once I have significantly more upstream bandwidth, but not great. Not great right now on 40 megabits. That's for sure. Anyway, I talked about all this on the podcast yesterday. I'm just excited about it because tomorrow is supposed to be the day. And we'll see. Hopefully that all just goes off without a hitch. I'm convinced that the guy's going to show up and be like, you're something Sears fucked and we can't do it today. And I'm like, man, I don't believe it's going to actually happen. I won't believe it until I'm looking at a speed test result and going, oh, fuck. Wow. Once you get into the AV encoding world, you turn into a sicko. That literally, yes. Ever since I got this 4090 that could encode AV1, I became a fucking sicko, an absolute sicko. I started caring way more about all of this stuff and tweaking these settings and everything. It's why I can't use Twitch's enhanced broadcasting thing that they rolled out, because I am using one of my encoders to spit out an AV, or I guess it's 265 right now, but I'm using one of my encoders to spit out my local recording. And so when I try to record a good local and do the Twitch like multi-encode thing, it completely craps out. It's like I don't have enough encoders on the card to do it, and it just eats shit. Which I thought it was supposed to be able to handle more than 2 encodes, but it doesn't. I don't know. That's something that maybe if I spent more time staring at it, then maybe I would figure it out. But since I'm already doing multiple encodes right here as we speak, I was doing a weird thing where like my local encode also had like 4 audio tracks, like just in case I ever needed just gameplay audio. Like if I wanted to repurpose gameplay footage down the line, or, if there was something, but like I was setting all of that up to record all those different audio tracks, and it was really fucking up. Like OBS didn't like it. OBS was eating shit. Because there were just audio device collisions and just like weird stuff happening on that front that was causing OBS to just lock up. And so I did away with all that and got some stability back in my life. But yeah, that's yeah. I don't know, man. You guys like making music? You guys like Logic Pro?
Abby, Amy, I want to be a beautiful woman.
I can help you. Come on, Lina.
Here it is, Logic Pro. We got to put in a quarter. To make some music. This has retro achievements, but
select your cutter. I can do it. I can do it.
this game's really fucked. You know, like playing something like this on a timer, playing Picross on a timer is really, and it's fine, but like the timer is tight because they want you to put more money in. And they give you bonus time when you uncover the things you're trying to find, but they don't give it to you when you are marking spaces that are not part of the puzzle. And so there's just like a natural part of this that is going to be you going through that and finding the, plotting out the puzzle and doing the things you need to do. And so that timer will start to drain on some of these harder ones. I basically, like, you get like 3 or 4 puzzles in and then it just throws one at you that has like a little bit more logic to it. And you're like, oh shit. Something like this. Look at the size of this. 15 by 15. Also, you should almost save these big ones because, you get time by doing them, and so like you're better off waiting for the really obvious ones where it's like, oh, there's 14 blocks in a row here. I should wait until I'm low on time and then go do that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that. Okay, that's 2. There's probably not a 2 there. Probably, yeah, okay, that's a 13, so. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 10, 11. 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blank 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 2. That's this one's completely done. It would be nice if it like filled in the rest of the, like when you got one all the way, if it just like filled it all the way in for you. But again, they're trying to get you to put in more money, so. So they're not really incentivized to give you that level of assistance unless it's part of a power up or something like that. 2, 2, 2, 2. That's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 3. Oops. Pushed a little too far. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I bet that that's just a pattern. That one goes out that way, so that means that's 4 over 4. This is 2 and 2. That's our 10. Oh, this one's already done. So that's 1 and 1. 1 and 1. We're having some fun in the bedroom all day and all the night. Larry King performs 2 Live Crews 1 and 1 is a concept I can't quite get out of my head. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 13. I bet that this is going to be just lined up in the center because it's a fun pattern. That's not logic. I don't usually like cheating in that way, but we're gonna. Okay, that's our 13 there, and 13. 115 to this. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is a 2. So that's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 2. So that's that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, so this is gonna be that. I can do it. something also I think they're, these red lines or whatever they're using to differentiate, like for the every 5, like don't really stand out against the gray or whatever of these blocks. And so I'm finding this to be a really difficult game to play as a result. More difficult than they probably even intended, but 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so if I use these keys, if I do have these help keys, and that'll just give you. Oh yeah, that is a good help there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Yeah. No, okay. That could still be one. 5, 9, 10, so that's, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that was maybe not the place to use the help, but like what? So I get time back. Okay, it does use one of the keys. It didn't seem like it was using one of the keys the first couple of times I did that, but it is indeed. That's a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that. That's that. That means this is this. That means that's that. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's not. So that's 1. We got our 1, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 6. That's. Yeah. This is a much more. This is a much better color scheme, specifically on the separator lines for me.
Green dumpling. Yep. Yep.
But this is a pretty good, I don't know, like, the idea of like arcade Picross. John pointed this out a couple of days ago, and I checked it out. I hadn't seen it before. There's like a Korean version and a few other different versions of the game. This is the Japanese release. Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is actually like a pretty decent little arcade Picross game.
dumbling.
Where next? Here's...
Yep. Yep. Yahoo! Bonus time. Yep. Green dumbling.
Okay. That's 4. I don't really know that one yet. 4. That's it. Okay. So you kind of just, just the nature of the timer being as unforgiving as it is, you really have to move fast. And, I've certainly played a lot of Picross games with timers before, but this one is, again, oppressive in a way that most of the other games are not, specifically because they're trying to make sure that you have to put in another quarter. Is this MAME or Final Burn? This is Final Burn because Final Burn supports retro achievements and MAME does not.
I can do it. Green dumbling. Yep. Yeah.
Oops. Oh, nah, dumb. Oh, because this is 20. I was still counting for 15, and that's, well, fuck that up.
Hide over.
A 9.
Or 8.
A 7.
Or 6.
A 5.
A 4.
A 3.
A 2.
A 2.
A 1.
A 0.
Bye-bye.
Is there a good Picross on Steam that works with Steam Deck, or are you best emulating one or digging out your 3DS? There is a, so Konami put something out.
I want to be a beautiful woman.
I can help you.
I can help you.
Come on, Lilia.
That caveman has been stockpiling HRT. Lodja Art Grimoire is a pretty good Picross game that is on Steam and works great on a Steam Deck. Obviously, yes, you can emulate a zillion different great Picross games over the years, but yes, Lodja Art Grimoire is from, that is Jupiter, right? And that's got an interesting kind of sub game around it where you're making you're solving quick little puzzles along the way as a meta game outside of the Picross itself, and that's pretty fun as well. So yeah, there's a sequel to this as well, but I have not tried it. Let's just load it up real quick, real quick. Assuming this is going to display properly. There's a Logic Pro Adventure on PlayStation 1. That's cool. All right. Oh, no. Ding, ding. Ding, ding. Oops. Already getting sloppy. That rabbit jumping. That's what a rabbit do. There's just like this specific era of arcade games are like, there's just such a strange and different vibe to them. And a lot of them are like, there's a lot of like Korean arcade games that have this like same style of look. I don't know where this company comes from, but it's like there's a lot of like the kind of latter day SNK Neo Geo era stuff, or like there's just kind of, I don't know, weird. Oh, I made a wrong guess about that. That's fine. I gotta go anyway. Yes, the IGS, yes, the PGM games. Exactly that. Exactly that. That exact style of like, what the fuck is, like, what is the look of this game? What happened to arcade games? Like, you dig them up in an emulator and you're like, I've never heard of this, but like, it is yelling at me nonstop. It is bright and colorful in a way that nothing is. And you're just like, it is an assault, but like a pleasant assault. It's like a cute assault. And that's just, it's just a real weird era for arcades, man. That's gonna do it. Thanks everybody for hanging around. Nice to burn another CDI disk and have it seem to work. We had that one lockup there where it didn't load properly, but after that it seemed like we were able to beam back to the ship without any further issues. But yeah, I'm gonna keep a close watch on whatever happens Friday. If there's an ODE for the CDI coming out, I'm, there for it, as they say. And I would love to check that out. And then, ideally, when I come to you on Friday, it will be you won't notice a difference because I'm not going to take that Friday stream and put it on YouTube at a high bit rate and have something go wrong. I'll have to do a bunch of test streams and other stuff before we make any changes. But Friday should be, if everything goes according to plan, the first stream from a much faster internet connection. So, yeah. I will also have another video going up tomorrow morning that I have to upload, actually. I have not uploaded that yet. And so keep an eye out for that. And that'll be about an upcoming video game. And then, yes, I'll be here with you on Friday to rank some 8-bit Nintendo games. As always, hit up the Patreon and, check out those tiers. Get an ad-free podcast, or you can suggest games for the NES streams. That's how it works. Patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. Thanks, everybody, for hanging around. I'm going to get going. And what is happening online? What is happening online? Let's head over here. It looks like this guy might be. I'm not going to be talking over the state of play because I have to handle sick children. My wife has been out there handling it on her own, and I got to get out there and, I don't know, wipe some noses, bring some soup upstairs, whatever needs to be done. And so I'm going to head out and go see what's going on out there. And I will see you Friday. Unless something catastrophic happens. I don't know. See you then.